We need to fix this thing ASAP.
Fix the NSC coolant pumps.
Bro, go to ship. Fix it fast. If the plant goes boom, we can throw this boom in the wall.
Oh no. No. Oh shit. God damn it. Who is shooting, bro? That gross blockage down in the water system is back. What the heck is it? And where does it keep coming from? And why the hell does IET keep yelling nonsense at it? He acts like it can understand him. Of course, he acts like we can understand him too. Guess that's just his brand of crazy. I'm going to try out a new drain cleaner. Extreme strength.
Shit. What now?
My old enemy, the clock, is blocking the pipes. You need to deal with that shit. He is very clever. He's trying to sneak in. We got him caught with his hand in the fish trap.
What the hell is that? Oh, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Let's go lift the lockdown.
Oh my god. His trooper. There was meant to be first agent unknown, AWEs, heavily armored, preparation for the worst.
crew feels a lot safer when you're around.
I should be going. Try to stay
Right.
alive.
You gotta lock down the lift.
Protect them. Forces contain a lockdown. Will only be lifted by a directorial override.
This is what we came here to do. That's it. The other sector should be open now. I think it's time I told Emily why I'm here. I'll risk it. You two should get to know each other.
What's your read on all this?
Energy conversion's well
I heard the Hiss attacked the power plant. Brings up a lot lot of your questions. Communicating? Coordinating?
Jesse, you made it! And you lifted the internal lockdown.
Let's talk, Emily.
Yes, of course.
Listen, Emily. Screw it. Just tell her. I haven't been completely honest. I have a younger brother, Dylan. When we were kids, we found an old slide projector in Ordinary's landfill. The slides created doorways to other places. Bad things happened. Came through. That's all she gets. The rest stays locked inside. But we found help. Through one of the doorways, we met something. A being.
A being? What kind of being?
It's hard to describe, but she helped us. We managed to turn the projector off. The bad things that came through the doorways were gone. After that, your people came. Tried to grab us. I ran away. They got Dylan. I left him behind.
Bureau agents took your brother?
Yes. You covered it up. No one believed me. I just want to find Dylan. I've been looking for him ever since.
What happened to the slide projector? It sounds like another object of power.
I thought you took it. The Bureau. Along with Dylan.
I've never heard of it. But around here, I assume everything's classified. You know, I looked into the Ordinary AWE case files after you mentioned it. Trench and Darling were both involved. A large area of the containment sector was reserved for it. The case hasn't been active for a long time. I have no idea if anything's still there. Can you tell me more about this being you found?
Let's hope you two get along. She's been with me ever since Ordinary. In my head. She led me to you. I call her Polaris.
As in, a guiding star. Did Polaris know about the hiss? If she got you in here in spite of the lockdown, she's very powerful. Which may help explain your test results. Your readings are incredible, Jesse. Now, cross-referencing them with the database, I found 2 matches in Darling's old classified files. Unfortunately, I can't access them beyond the file codes, but one was P6, referring to a prime candidate for a potential future bureau director. This was logged years ago.
Dylan. Is that Dylan?
The other match is on something called Hedron, which must be connected to these Hedron resonance amplifiers somehow. All I know is that Marshall went to the research sector to secure the HRA production after the Hiss first attacked.
So, Marshall seems like our best lead on Dylan. I need to go after her. How can I get to the research sector?
Use my keycard. The sector elevator will take you there.
Marshall is the next step. What Emily told me about Ordinary, my powers being connected to things in the Bureau's past. I am so close to something. Do you feel it? Something's coming.
We take turns to come for a visit. I helped you. You owe me now. And when time comes, I will come calling.
They say the new director can launch objects up to 20 feet.
Bullshit. We've never recorded any. Any distance over 5.
Obviously, you never read the P6 data.
Thresholds. The oldest house is a place in flux. Thresholds appear in no warning. What the threshold will contain is a question we can only answer once it manifests. The only accepted theory is that thresholds are dimensions vibrating on a frequency different from our own. When these frequencies match, the threshold will manifest in oldest house, which acts as a. Other theorized thresholds are parallel universes, or possibly our own reality at a different point in time. Some believe our collection of altered materials affects the house, or attracts the thresholds. We do know for certain that thresholds are not permanent. Eventually, their frequency will shift. Some believe Earth itself is just another threshold connected to the oldest house, which is actually rooted in some other reality. This theory, while impossible to disprove, causes in those who learn it, so is actively denied. I'd like to file a formal complaint, Ari. The unauthorized use of my voice in a state of quality that I did not agree on. The fact that they're planning to use material from what I thought was a rehearsal was not communicated to me at all. Had it been, I would have disallowed the use of those recordings. I want to use the Ranger Field training course to record messages to halt immediately. I will not stand for this humiliation among my peers. I will go to HR with this if necessary. Signed, Randall Pulaski.
So I just read this? Welcome to the Ranger Field Training course. The course must be completed in this specified amount of time. When you're ready to start, press the button. Is that all, or?
I always did love obstacle courses.
Get ready, Ranger. Course starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. "45 seconds remaining. "15 seconds remaining. "5 seconds remaining. Both failed. Try again. Get ready, Ranger. Course starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. "45 seconds remaining. "15 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
What?
Get ready, Ranger. Course starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. Complete. Congratulations, Rainer.
Guessing this isn't usually part of the course. It's protecting me to hit harder to break that chain. Time to have a shield.
Research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries, authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
Research sector, huh? Home of the Bureau's mad scientists.
A possible AWE in which unnamed individual experience tries to code reality via a phone line. Event is notably similar to AWE, in which event response. Event is believed to have been caused by, and a result, the following measures have been taken to prevent.
She's in trouble. I need to reach her.
Transcript of a call to the California State Emergency Services. What is your emergency? Hello? Hello? I'm here. Can you hear me? I can hear you, ma'am. Where are you? I'm, inside the wires. I'm lost. Ma'am, have you been drinking tonight? I feel like I'm stretching through the wire towards you. Don't hang up. I might go if you hang up. Go where, ma'am? Go. Gone. Away. Okay, can you describe your surroundings? Ma'am? Hello, ma'am? Dispatcher attempted to call the number back, but it was no longer in service.
the astral plane. Similar to what you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted black pyramid. The board, all linked, intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes.
Astral Plane Exhibition. The Astral Exposition was originally built for astronauts to use as a training location, a place to grow accustomed to the sights and sounds of the astral plane before diving into the real thing. We could have done a better job of it, but was being stingy with the budget. However, once we decided to repurpose the space, similar to how zoos hope familiar surroundings will affect the well-being of their animals. We hope to observe the behavior in an environment similar to its home dimension. So far, it just breaks everything we put in it. But Rome wasn't built in one thing. New naming conventions has been established for astral entity known as Astral Spike. Outdated terms in this report have been rejected.
hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective. But that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then, one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it. That is the only concrete material that has come out of the astral plane expeditions, apart from one shocking exception. In the astral plane footage, we're always in the vicinity of the pyramid. We've concluded that this, not the entire plane, is what the board controls. We have glimpsed movement, native species, always in the distance, and yet contact was made. We don't have footage of this, a technical malfunction, but when one of our astronauts returned, a brain cloud, an astral fugue, had hitchhiked a ride in his head. It ruptured out, killing the subject in question. It's a relentless predator, pursuing thoughts, minds, lethal to those the entity feeds on. Proper containment protocols are to be observed when dealing with it.
I can't believe they keep that thing here. What was the Bureau doing with that thing?
Someone answer, damn it! We need backup down here!
Marshall, are you still there?
Shit. We're so close. We need to hurry.
This report serves as an introductory guide to the astronaut program, including candidate requirements, training practices, and astro research procedures. The chosen individuals who explore and document the astral plane, making physical contact with the X-ray light box in the hypnosis lab. After each dive, must undergo a session in cognitive recording chairs to record their experiences in the plane. Gathered data has proven that within the astral plane vary widely between astronauts. On rare occasions, these dives can result in losses, often occurring when teams encounter aggressive astral entities. Rethinking groupthink. The study extends on working on Irvin Janis, Robert Barron, and others by proposing strong causal links between groupthink and the passive or active use of telepathy. To prove these connections, they carried out various conformity experiments using telepathic individual as a subject. Excessive qualitative and quantitative data resulting from these experiments was then used to identify telepathic interface within the group. This reverse tends to revolutionize decades of groupthink theory and provide new directions for further experimentation on the mind, including manipulation of and
I see it. Another object of power? They're just standing there, mesmerized by it.
state your name for the record. Paul Warren, Astromark First Class, and you are aware that exposure to the astral plane can result in death, disability, personal injury, corporeal untangling, cognitive collapse, loss of ego, and partial to full dementia? Yeah. I am. And you acknowledge that your use of the astral conduit, aka the X-ray light box, is purely voluntary?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Your suit is good? Okay, you're all set. Open the door for Mr. Warren, please.
Their brains were fried when I took over the object.
Marshall, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who is this?
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm coming to help.
Faden? Hold on. I'm setting the elevator for you. We need to talk.
She got that right.
More of you? Really?
Marshall is waiting for you in the Luck Lab, just down the hall.
Discovered in a home of Agent after his young daughter complained of being followed by her rubber duck. According to Agent, the matter was ignored, believed to be resulting of a child's imagination, until he began hearing the cracking at night. After discovering the item hidden in his daughter's closet, he brought it to the Bureau for study. It was discovered that Agent was bringing known paranormal materials into his home, illegally taking them outside the oldest house. How this may have affected the creation of an altered item is being investigated. Agent has been terminated.
There you are. I was starting to worry. Congratulations on your appointment, Director Faden. I'm Helen Marshall, head of Bureau Operations. Zachariah's dead then, and I assume you found his gun.
Just call me Jesse. Trench told me to find you. He said you could help.
And he told you this through the hotline. Makes sense.
None of this phases her? Really?
Here's the situation. Darling created the HRAs in a lab nearby. We need more if we're gonna survive this attack. My rangers can't secure the lab alone, not against those things. We need more firepower.
At least she seems to know what's going on here. She could know about Dylan.
I can clear out the hiss. I'll be your firepower.
That's a good answer.
Is she testing me?
Darling has systems in place to protect his labs. This should help you get past them. We'll talk more after you clear out the hiss. Rangers, let her through. We'll have to lock the door behind you. Sorry, but we can't risk a breach.
Layout of this place almost invites an ambush. Guess we never thought we'd be fighting on our own turf.
Seriously, I've been in Threshold safer than this.
Yeah, it's to return the house into a Threshold, huh?
Threshold Kids problem. With the recent arrival of there are certain glaring gaps in the Bureau's ability to educate and raise a young. There are no other four to play with, and is expected to learn about frightening new concepts. Solution: require a slow, friendly introduction to pure natural topics. Allow me to introduce The Threshold Kids, a television show in which a cast of cheerful puppets explain the dangers of living at the Bureau, but also show the fun side of the paranatural. Budget will be minimal. I took a few puppet making courses at my local community center. We can have research staff build the sets, record the footage, and even do the voices. It will be good for morale, and I guarantee will respond positively to these videos. We can't expect to enjoy lectures and people in lab coats, but as television has proven for years, love puppets.
Altered item number 52AE analysis, session 2. I will begin by introducing various stimuli to the item. First, a low voltage electric shock. No response. Next, I will introduce heat via a standard Bunsen burner. No response. Next, a series of solutions will be applied, each with a different value on the pH scale, from 0 to 14. No response to any value. Next, I will attempt to communicate. Can you understand me? Can you understand my words? Quack if you can understand my words. No response. This concludes session 2. We'll need time to prepare further tests.
This way to the lab? Okay. You must like these HRAs. Sounds like Darling built them. And most of the things around here. If Marshall can't help us with Dylan, he's our next best bet. Assuming he's not dead. A hiss. You led me here. Any idea how to make it work?
Hello again, Director. It appears we have a new problem. We need to get the HRA machine working.
I've replaced a couple of spark plugs, but this looks a bit more complicated.
Darling must have had a system. Randomness isn't in his nature. The punch cards, the symbols, the terminals. How do they connect?
I'll see what I can do.
Black rock prisms are unique formations of black rock, distinct in both the shape and potency. While the density of black rock dampens paranatural forces, the unique structure of prisms retain frequencies in the range 2 Hz, with perfect harmonization. This report analyzes the results of focusing through a harmonized prism onto methods for imprinting of non-physical fields onto imbuing them with the properties of harmonized reasons in the present will be explored and explained. Refer to file for further.
The forest of positive interactions. So I play this and get in the tank. Okay. Self-reflection can bring answers. I read that somewhere.
Each punch card should correspond to a terminal. These whiteboard drawings may be important. It looks like he was working on something to do with these symbols. What do the symbols mean? prism shattered. Darling's prototypes have a lot of issues. We need a new plan. We need more Blackrock prisms to make this machine work. Darling has another lab, down in the Blackrock processing site in maintenance. That must be where he keeps the prisms.
I've been to maintenance already. I can find my way.
But how long will that take? Nothing here is simple. I need to ask her now, before I go.
I need something from you first. What do you know about Dylan Faden?
I knew this was coming. Lives are at stake here, and we need this machine working to save those lives. Once that is done, Director Faden, then we can talk.
She's right. As much as I don't want to admit it, I'm the only one who can help.
Fine. I'll get the prisms first.
Dylan will have to wait just a little longer.
But don't call me Director. Jesse is fine.
I'll call you Faden. Here, you'll need this keycard.
Thanks. Emily Pope has set up a base in Executive. Once I have the prism, I'll meet you there.
Right. I'll move out immediately. And keep an eye out for Darling. Finding him might be the key to stopping the hiss.
It's just one large-scale HRA. It's there now. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us, and keeping us from being wiped out.
Here, this will lead back to Central Research.
Marshall knows something about Dylan. Is he here? Is he all right? HRAs first. They'll help save everyone, including Dylan, once I find him. Can you keep him safe? Like you do with me?
Listen, Trench is on the warpath about this Tyson report thing. He wants to know who wrote it, and he wants to know yesterday. Whoever did this is gonna get crucified. I don't know if it's one of you guys, and I don't want to know. I'm not super keen on leading a witch hunt, so I tell everyone in the sector to keep their heads down. Best not to be on anyone's radar right now, you know? I'll tell ya, not even counting all this weird stuff we had to deal with, this place could be a downright hostile work environment sometimes.
lights are on. They should be open. We're looking to get a room for the night. Hello? I don't think anyone's there, honey. Come on. We'll go to that motel we passed a while back.
Okay, we need to find a way to Blackrock Processing. That's where Marshall said we'd find a prism.
The Atlas. The Atlas is a physical expression created by the Otis House. Its purpose and function are currently unknown. The specific shape and dimensions of the Atlas seem to indicate more explicit purpose than the Otis House usual walls, floors, and shifts. The Atlas changes form, but resists observation when doing so. No visual observation has been made during its change, and it only ever occurs between frames monitored by surveillance cameras. A previous theory was that this change corresponds to how shifts, and that Atlas is of the itself. However, the shape changes do not occur at the same time as the building shifts, which makes this theory doubtful. Structurally, the Atlas is made out of the same material as the rest of the Otis House. Further observation will hopefully aid in discovering its purpose.
AWE investigation, our agents discovered a light switch cord in a Butte bungalow closet. They pulled the cord and were instantly transported to the Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream like haze. Whoa. Inside, they found a door marked with an inverted black pyramid. And just like that, it led back to the oldest house, some 2,000 miles from Montana. Now we're finding the cord in increasing numbers throughout the Bureau. Somehow the two places, they became in tune to each other. The actual physical location of the Ocean View is a mystery. Stepping beyond its walls has so far proven impossible. A place of power, like the oldest house.
I'm glad to see you're still you.
I'm not doing so hard.
Ranger Squad,
You're
Charlie
fine.
7 returned
We'll
from
push
an
through this.
expedition into the
The hiss of
quarry
the worms
threshold
doing
just
pushing
after
back.
0500 Zulu. Can you please state your names and describe the purpose of your expedition?
Kevin Horowitz, Rupert Well. Our mission was to map quarry grid coordinates G29. Secondary objective, as always, was to find a route from the threshold entrance and maintenance to the formation. Secondary objective was not a success.
What a surprise. And did you encounter any previously unrecorded event or
They've each
entity
taken a
while
few hits.
inside the threshold?
We need to get them to a
No,
surgical station
nothing.
ASAP, but I don't think they're
You think
stable
we
enough
should
to
talk
move.
about the mermaid?
Yeah? They're gonna have to be.
Yeah,
We're
the
moving out, and
mermaid.
I am not leaving them behind.
Horowitz here found this mermaid in a quarry, just sitting on some black rock. She was singing this beautiful song, and he was overcome with desire. She was so alluring. I'd say she was more enchanting than alluring. Fine, enchanting.
Did you tell your CO about this?
No.
Hey, remember the deal.
Because
Feel
it
the hiss,
didn't
I
happen.
buy a shot.
Nothing
On the shelf.
happened. As usual, the quarry is full of rocks. That's it. Can we go now?
Fuck you guys. Get out of here.
Have you noticed the recent tension between Trench and Darling? They've both been acting odd lately. Trench concerns me the most. His sudden hostility towards Darling's project is very unlike him. He was the one that approved all of this intern research in the first place. But after Darling unveiled those HRAs, he was livid. I personally don't see any reason not to equip the Bureau staff with additional protective device, especially not if that's drawn as Darling says. What do you make of this? Have you seen anything from either other than that strikes you as odd? Let's talk in person soon, before the next Bureau heads meeting.
Hey, thanks for bringing down that... whatever the fuck that was. But we are barely holding on here, boss. How's the situation outside maintenance?
What do I tell him? The truth is harsh, but these people seem familiar with death.
The hiss are everywhere. Most of the Bureau is lost. We need Blackrock Prism to make more HRAs for any survivors in the safe rooms. I'm here to check Darling's Blackrock lab.
So to recap, death, disaster, and imminent destruction. Another day at the FBC. Well, Darling's lab is just past Blackrock processing. But I got good news and I got bad news on that front. Good news is, it's right down the hall. Bad news is, a hiss monster has decided to move in, so that's great.
Monster.
That's what the Rangers said. The ones that survived, anyway. But we are just treading water here, and the hiss keep coming. Salvador would know what to do, but apparently he took a security team into the containment sector just before the lockdown happened, and, well, no one's seen him since. But hey, at least we got you, our fearless leader.
They shouldn't rely on me. They don't know me. They don't know how I've failed people.
You've done a good job here, Arish, but you should take your people and get to the base in Executive. You can regroup there. I'll go deal with this monster. I'm getting kind of used to them.
Aye, aye, Faden. And be sure to put a bullet in that thing for me.
Yeah, I'll end it here. Till next time.